This video should be titled Unappreciative Kids. I'm gonna tell you something right now. My mama come from a one parent, bad parent home. Back in the days, there was a lot of molestation going around. My mother and her sisters was sexually molested by their stepfather. And during those days, it seems a lot of fathers were sleeping with their daughters, or mothers would get these child predators. These mothers would be in relationships with these child predators. And a lot of child predators was hot in the black community in the early 50s, 60s, stuff like that, 70s. So there was a lot of child molestation going on with mama's boyfriends or with fathers or stepfathers. I'm saying all this to say this, man. No parent is perfect. My mom holds grudge against her mother because her mother didn't do nothing about it, didn't protect them. We have a lot of mothers that don't protect their kids. And then I was talking to my mom about that, and I was comparing her situation to the Jacksons and how the Jacksons siblings said the same thing about their father. Not that he sexually molested them or anything, but it goes back to the abuse again and all, and how they can probably relate to each other, because even to this day, you got Janet Jackson still holding a grudge against her father. Michael Jackson was still holding a grudge against his father. I want to tell you something, Janet Jackson. Get fucking over it. And Janet Jackson, you might hear this video. I believe you probably will hear this video. I'm telling you right now, get over it. Michael Jackson called you dunk. Get over it. Stop being so sensitive. That ain't the worst thing in the world somebody ever called somebody. I'm telling you right now. You are a beautiful little girl. Stop being so goddamn sensitive. And big booties are fine with me. Nothing wrong with a big booty. Get over it. You didn't have... I'm going to tell you something about your father, Janet Jackson. You need to call your dad and thank him for making you the woman you is today. He diversified your product. Okay? And I saw in an interview where you said you don't talk to your father often. Well, you need to goddamn call him today, tell him you love him, and thank him for your career. Thank him for being a father to you. If it wasn't for him, you wouldn't be an actor. You wouldn't be a singer. You got two great career choices. Actress and singers. Look at the Good Time cast. They can't pay for a job. You the only one still working. You blessed. And it's because of your father. Saw something special in you. Directed your career. He wanted all his children to be a success and succeed and to be better than him. You ought to thank him. Stop being so ungrateful. I mean, y'all got on TV and just disrespected your dad. Stop it. Stop going on these interviews talking about your damn daddy. If you're going to say something about your daddy, say something loving and kind about him. Call him up. And I know he ain't probably the most sensitive person in the world, but tell him you love him anyway. Tell him you thank him for what he's done for you. And that's all you can do, man. And I read the book on Moonwalker. Now, Mike did thank his dad, but the press don't talk about that. In the book Moonwalker, Mike said nothing about the abuse of his dad or anything. He said a lot of good things about his dad in that book. Didn't bad talk him or nothing, but in the press, he bad talked his dad a lot. And that's why the media still is negative towards Joe Jackson to this day, because of Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson. Janet, if you can forgive Mike, because you seem to be holding a grudge against Mike too, all of a sudden now that Mike's dead, you come out talking about he called you dunk, he called you cat, he called you all these names. I know it was a tease. All the brothers called you these names, but it's just strange how when he's dead, you come out with all this and you're so sensitive. Oh my God, the world is gonna end tomorrow because he called you dunk. Oh my God. Kids are picked on worst every damn day. You wasn't that picked on, Janet. Toughen up. Be tough. You're a beautiful woman. God, nobody's perfect. You're too sensitive. You and Mike was just too sensitive for your own good. But I'm surprised at Mike for calling you those names when he was so sensitive the way he was. So I'm shocked at that. But it's weird. I don't know. But anyway, Mike didn't mean no harm in it. But it affected you so bad. Y'all gotta stop being so sensitive, man. And then if something affects you, did you talk about it to him? Did you tell him how you felt about it? I'm pretty sure if you told Michael how you felt about it, he probably wouldn't have called you that no more. I don't know. It's just weird how you coming out with all this stuff after Mike died, and you don't think you're beautiful and all this crazy shit. It's just you can't watch yourself on TV. I don't know what's going on. But Janet, you're a beautiful woman. You should respect your dad and call him and tell him you love him, because your dad, like I said, the man, he just wanted to make sure his kids was a success. He put you in entertainment at an early age. You're a millionaire because of him. You have a diverse career because of him. You didn't want to act. He made you act anyway. You didn't want to sing. He made you sing anyway. Now you love singing. Now you love acting. He tried to help all his kids get a career, and I respect him for that. And Mike said in the book that he didn't cheat them. I respect that. No parent is perfect, man. Every parent has their shortcomings. Joe wasn't in touch with his sensitive side. Maybe Joe has some harsh memories growing up as a kid. Maybe his parents wasn't the best parents in the world. Maybe that's why he turned out the way he did. Maybe you got to understand something. You got to understand why Joe Jackson is the way he is. Maybe it's something that happened to him in his childhood the way he is. But that's all I wanted to say. This video is for Janet Jackson. They say you and Mike was close. Don't be like Mike. Call your dad. Tell him you love him. Mike should have did it too. Mike should have let his dad back in his life. His dad loved him. And you let your dad back in your life, Janet, because he may not be here too long.